guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this reading vlog. We are mood reading this week. I've been reading a lot of like fun, happy ending romance book, and I can't believe I'm going to say that, but I'm like getting slightly bored of romance book. I honestly cannot believe I just said that. But last night before I went to bed, I actually picked up Where Sleeping Girls Lie. I just picked it up and I made it to chapter 6, and I woke up today. I wasn't even going to film a reading vlog today, but I woke up today and I'm like in the mood to read it because it was so good. From just like the first chapter was really good, very mysterious. It's honestly everything I wanted right now, and we're currently in chapter 6, following our main character 𝐨𝐤, and she was like kind of like protected, like sheltered her whole entire life. She was like homeschooled. Her mother, she's also an orphan. Like her mother passed away when she was really young, and then like later in life her father also passed away, but she was very sheltered. She's very protected. Her father kind of like when she found her mother in the tub with like an empty bottle of pill next to her mother, like on her life herself, her father told her like, yeah, your mom just is taking a very long nap, she will wake up very soon. So her father kind of like shelter her from the real world and all of that, even though like she begged her father to like send her to like other schools to make friends her age. Her father was like, yeah, no. And then later in life her father also ended up passing away, and she our main character ended up enrolling herself into this private school. It's a very fancy private school, and it's reminding me exactly, I don't know why, like it's coming up like in my head every single time I read. It just reminded me of the school where Wednesday Addams, like I just keep thinking of the atmosphere of that school. I was like, why is this reminding me of that? I don't know, it just keeps reminding me of that. But on the first day she ended up meeting her like house sister slash roommate, Elizabeth, and Elizabeth introduced her to this other boy named Baz, B-A-Z, and all three of them just became friends very rapidly, like on the first day, and they were just talking in the cafeteria. From the synopsis we know that her roommate Elizabeth was going to end up missing, and I am at the part where Elizabeth actually ended up missing right now, and we are like, I'm going to chapter 6, so we're going to find out like what happened, all of this. I'm really enjoying it. I was going to save it for like fall time ish, but I'm really happy I picked it up now, because when I tell you, if I had read another romance book I would have gone crazy. Like I can't do it. I love romance, but I was like, I don't want to pick up another romance. I know how this is going to end. I'm never at the edge of my seat. I just sit there like, all right, it's another romance book. So this is the perfect book for me to start with, and we're just going to mood read at like for the end of the week. We're going to the library, we'll pick up some other books because I don't have a TBR, so we can do literally anything that I want. But we're going to start with this first. Edge of my seat. Everyone is suspicious to me. Every single thing that is mentioned in this book, I'm like, I need to remember absolutely completely every single little details. I needed this. I really truly needed this right now. A great idea for me to have a cup of coffee this morning, and I've been shaking and I've been anxious this whole morning, so I'm sorry if I'm talking really fast. Like I feel like I am like I don't know, I feel anxious, I feel very jittery. Like I shouldn't even have coffee. Like I shouldn't even have coffee, but I woke up with no energy, so I was like, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee. And ever since I've been shaking, my heart is racing, and I feel like I'm talking like 100 miles. Like I feel like I'm talking really fast, and my heart is going like it's racing. So I'm sorry if I speak really fast, but I am currently in chapter 14. I have so many theories and ideas just going on in my head. Like I have a lot of things going on in my head at the moment because of everything that's happening so far. I'm currently in chapter 14, page 116, right? The amount of little things that I wrote down, like I even wrote down yesterday, I was like, why do I feel like our main character 𝐨𝐤 has like some type of like special power? She doesn't. I know she does. This is like a mystery, but for some odd reason I wrote down, like I went to my note, I was like, I strongly believe that she has some type of like special power because of like how mysterious and her like how like her past is being hidden. And I'm just like, I just think there's something more there. Like there's a lot of things that we have yet to uncover about her past. There's a lot of things that we have yet to uncover about the story. So many things happening, and it's good because it's keeping me interested, because so many things have not yet been said, and I'm sitting here like, what is going on? What on earth is going on? But like Elizabeth, she's still missing. A lot of weird things is happening. 𝐸 past is very, very, very weird, like extremely weird. We don't really know a lot about her other than the fact that she was homeschooled. Her parents are gone. Almost everyone around her is dead. So I'm like, why is that? Like, why is that? Because I forgot that she mentioned that earlier in the book until I was reading. I was like, wait a minute. Everyone she knows, everybody that's around her end up being dead. Why is that? And so I wrote it down. I literally am taking notes. I wrote it down. I wrote that I think she has some type of powers. Like, I have a lot of theories going on in my head. I don't think she has the power. This is one thing I'm like, I don't think that's actually a thing. But like, I'm so intrigued about her past. She will say certain things and I'm just like, huh, interesting. And also there's been a lot of part in this where she will see things or sense things around that aren't real. So like, when I'm really sitting there like, why do I feel like there's something about her that's going to be like really special? There was this one scene that was so strange and so weird. She was in a pool and she was like swimming, and something happened that I was just like, what on earth is happening? And I wrote that down because I'm like, that is so interesting. And I feel like we're gonna have to go back to that scene because I feel like it's extremely important to the story. I feel like I really needed this mystery because I'm just like so intrigued, and I've been sitting here like, I'm hoping that we get like different POV, because right now like we only following our main character 𝐸, right? It's told in third person, but our main character is 𝐸. But I kind of sort of wish that like sometimes like a switch POV, like we get some type of like other POVs, because it seems like everyone that we've been introduced so far in the story is important, but I don't really feel any connection to them because we only know what 𝐸 know, you know what I mean? So I feel like it'll be really cool if we get like, for example, there's this character in here, her name is Persephone, and she is described as perfection, just that girl of the school. She's just perfect, right? I'm like, I kind of wish and hope that we get her POV. Like, I want to know more about her story, and I feel like there's like more of her, and there's going to be like a connection between her and like in the story and Elizabeth and all of that. And I'm just like, are we gonna get her POV? Are we gonna get something like that? Because it's still in third person, so I feel like it'll be really easy to just switch POV and all of that, because I'm like, I feel like we're meeting all these characters, but then I don't know who they are, and I don't know if I'm supposed to take them seriously, or are we just meeting like students around the school, or am I supposed to like remember every single details about this person? But I'm really enjoying it. I'm like at the edge of my seat. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. I'm like writing down my little theories. A lot of things is going in like through my head right now. I'm like, oh my god, I think this, I think that, I think this is what I really needed, and I feel like I'm getting that. Happened, and that something reminds me of A Good Girl Guide to Murder. Okay, so this book takes place in the UK, right? And I haven't realized that I've been reading it in my head with a British accent. Like, I've just sitting here and I've been reading it with an English accent, yeah? And I didn't know that I was doing it up until I read a sentence out loud, and I was like, why did I just read it like that? Like, why am I doing this? And I realized, oh my god, since yesterday I have been reading every little page, like every sentence, every word has been in an English accent in my head. Because why did I just read this sentence out loud to myself? And I'm like, because he is one. Can you smell it on him? Not sure why April likes to surround herself with people like that, but to each their own, I guess. And I was like, did I just try to do a British accent? And I realized, and now I can't stop. I can't stop. Now that I've realized I've been doing this, I don't know where to stop. I don't know how to stop. I don't trust any like any adult in the story at all whatsoever. Everyone, it seems like, it's kind of like lying. Everyone is either not telling the truth, and also like while our main character 𝐨𝐤 and Baz, I truly love Baz. I feel bad for him because like Elizabeth was like his family basically. Like they weren't family, but they grew up together. Like they are just really, really close, right? And he's just kind of like really sad and looking for her and all of that. But while they trying to look for him, the headmaster is just like, yeah, she was your friend. I'm like, why did you just use the past tense? Why is that? Why is that? We're just looking for the girl. We're trying to investigate and see what happens, you know? Why did you just say she was? I need to know that, headmaster. And it's crazy because I was like, oh, they probably have a lot of CCTVs everywhere, right? And it said that there's not a lot of CCTVs. And I'm just like, that is so shocking. It is a very expensive, beautiful, palace-like, highly school. Why don't you have CCTV everywhere? Why? And I feel like somehow they just lie and say they don't have, like, everybody is suspicious, and I kind of just want to know more about everyone. Like, I need to know more about absolutely completely every character. I need to know more. I need the story to like give me a new POV or something, because like, please, I need to get into their brain. That's what I need. That's what I truly, truly need at the moment. Okay, I feel like this is too long. I feel like this is a little bit too long. I'm currently going to chapter 38, and I was like, okay, so we should have like only 2 chapters left. No, we don't. But yeah, chapter 38, I feel like a lot of my questions are going to be answered in this chapter and so on, because the chapter is like we're going back in time. But I still have a lot of questions about 𝐨𝐤, and I'm just like, you have yet to answer this question about 𝐨𝐤's past and like why she is the way that she is, and it just, her past is still a mystery to me that I just need to know what's going on. So hopefully we get to know more about her in the last few pages that we have left. I knew it. I actually knew it. It's him. It's him. It's him. It has to be. Oh my god, what if it's the other one? Actually, it might be. No. Hi guys, so I am still thinking about the ending. I'm back from my doctor's appointment and I finished this. I can't remember if I said anything when I finished it. I feel like I didn't, but I finished it. I'm still thinking about the ending. While I was going to my doctor's appointment, I was driving, I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I was like, now I don't even actually really care about the length of it, because I think I said it felt too long, like you feel every single page while you were reading this book. Because like, you know, when you're in the middle of a book and like everything is gonna come together, you're like, oh my god, I can't wait to see the ending, and you just felt like we were just dragging on a little bit, and I'm like, oh my god, give me the ending right now. Like, I was like, please, no, I beg of you, just like wrap it up. Like wrap it up, especially because last night so many things were happening and I was reading it. Like, I went to bed around like 11 p.m. last night because I was reading it and a lot of twists was happening. So I thought like when I woke up, the twist was just going to keep happening. It didn't, and I was just like, I don't care. I'm like, I really don't care. Just finish it. And then I started reading it, and the last 20% of this, twist after twist, twist after twist, and I was just like, I needed this. Like, I had to go and like get ready to go to my doctor's appointment. I was just sitting there like, I'm a little bit hooked. I can't get up. Like, I have to like finish this before I go. And then I went, and while I was in the car just driving, I was like, I don't even care. Like, I actually don't even care, because now I see why we needed all the information she was giving us in the beginning. I see why everything and everyone that we met was needed, because the ending, like everyone was going to be involved. And yeah, I really like it. I really like it. I did guess a couple of twists, I have to say. I guess like, I think 2 or 3 I guess, and I was just like, I knew it. Like, I guessed something about 𝐨𝐤. Like, I promise you last night, I was like, why do I feel like 𝐨𝐤 was da-da-da, da-da-da? And I wrote it down in my notes, and I was right. It's always a good feeling when you realize something like you've guessed is right. I really like it. I really like it. I think the suspense, the guessing, there's like most coding here also that took too much of my time of me trying to figure this out. I didn't guess it. I was not even close. and it took too long of my time. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I will highly recommend it. Like, I feel like if you love Good Girl's Guide to Murder, I think that's like, you're going to love it, because I love Good Girl Guide to Murder, and I feel like there was a lot of things in Good Girl's Guide to Murder I also see in this. I think I'm going to give it, I think, a 4-star or 4.5 or something. I don't know. I'll think about it for the week. But right now my heart is telling me like a 4.5 because it was too long. Like, it felt long. I don't know. I think a 4-star. But I'm debating whether or not I want to do Heartless Hunter. I'm in the mood for Heartless Hunter. On my way here, I was like, do I want to start a romance or do I want to start a romantasy? Because I will get some romance, but also something else will be happening, which is the fantasy part of it. So I think I'm gonna do Heartless Hunter. I've read the first page and I thought it was interesting, so I think I'm going to do Heartless Hunter. Plus, I've heard raving reviews about this, so I feel like it's going to be good. I feel like it'll be okay. Half of my books are all romance. I'm getting tired of that. Okay, so I chose 3. I started this around July and I made it to chapter 5, I believe. And we also have The Housemaid is Watching. I've just been so afraid to read this because I have not heard a single good review. Like, everybody either is like DNF this or give it a 2-star or maybe a 3-star. I also have Heaven Breaker. I think I'm gonna go with this one. It's really good. I think I'm going to enjoy it. It's going to be enemies to lovers, but with fantasy, obviously. I think that's what we're going to read. Hi guys, I'm currently in my car. I just went to Bath and Body Works, got a lot of candles because the fall time is coming. I'm so excited. So it's not really fall here in Florida. It's still very much hot. Like, I came here thinking that I will be able to go and like sit outside, like read, and I'm like, no, I won't, because I don't have my inhaler with me. So I don't want to go outside and it gets too hot and I'm like struggling to breathe. So we're just gonna stay here. But I made it to chapter 11 and I'm really enjoyed it. And I just say, I always say enemies to lovers is one of my favorite trope. However, I'm starting to think it's only in fantasy. I'm starting to think I only love enemies to lovers only when it's done in fantasy, because like contemporary romance, right, it's always something silly as like, oh yeah, we enemies, we knew each other since we were young, however you did it, my high school bullies, now I hate you, or like something silly, right? Enemies to lovers in fantasy, it's like, I'm trying to end your life. I honor life or your family, yet somehow I want to be with you. And this is what this is given. Like, this is about a witch hunter and a witch. What do you mean you're a witch hunter and you hate people like me and somehow we're going to end up being together or something? I'm sitting there like, that is what makes enemies to lovers in fantasy like a better choice. I feel like a better choice. The dynamic in this, the banter in this, everything so far, I'm really enjoying it. We're following Rune and Gideon, and Gideon is like a witch hunter. Like I said, he's a witch hunter. He doesn't really like witch. We know there's a reason why he doesn't like witch. Like, it's like earlier in the book something was mentioned, so there's like, we have a slight idea of like, oh well, like something deeper. He doesn't just hate witches, you know, blindly. Like, there's a reason why, but we don't know the reason for it at the moment, because like we only in chapter 11. But something was mentioned where he's just like, it seems like something happened to someone he loved, maybe a family member or something, but we know that he hates them and he hunts them down and he like turns them in and all of that. But our FMC Rune, she is a witch, and in the world that she's living in, which is actually illegal, and the moment that they catch you, if anyone even think you're a witch, they'll report you, you get dealt with. So no one knows that she's a witch other than like her closest friend, and she's also the Crimson's Mouth, which is somebody who like save witches from getting exiled in this world, like killed or whatever. And our MMC Gideon is looking for the Crimson Moth, and the Crimson Moth is like really smart, really intelligent. They can really catch the Crimson Moth. And so right now somebody kind of like told Gideon, what if it's her? Rumor is saying like, hey, he might be her, because something is attached. Like, her name was on something, right? And Gideon is just like, no, it cannot be Rune. Rune is kind of like really stupid, and she plays the stupid game really, really well. Like, she plays the dumb, bubbly, like talkative, so high social like girl so well that this man was sitting there, even though he's like, they're telling him like, no, it might be her. He's sitting there like, no, this girl is stupid. Like, she does not have the brain to be the 𝐼𝐴. The 𝐼𝐴 is so extremely smart. We cannot catch this person. It just can't be her. But now he has a high suspicion that it is her, and she knows that obviously he's a witch catcher, and so they both are just kind of like playing with each other's, like they're playing the game. She's trying to get closer to him to see what information he has, because they're actually holding a witch, like one of her friend that she actually wants to save. So she's trying to get closer to him, and he's trying to get like closer to her and woo her to see if he'll be able to catch her as the 𝐼𝐴. I'm trying not to say too much because I'm really loving it and I don't want to spoil anything. It's so good so far. It's really good so far, because I'm sitting there like, okay, how does this work? Because he hates her kind. Like he hates her kind. He hates witches, and she obviously cannot end up with him, because how this is gonna work. Like, this is what is making the dynamic between the friends and lovers and fantasy just like more powerful. I feel like, 'cause I'm like, you really hurt her kind, huh? You really hurt her kind. So like, how does this work? Rune would put herself into like certain situation that I'm like, girl, please don't do that. Don't do this. Because right now, right, she invited him to this party that she's having, and she was talking to him, and now she's like, do you want to go to my room? And now she's like in this room and she's talking to him and all of this, and this man just keeps looking around to see like what he could find to be like, okay, she's the witch. And now I'm scared for her. Now I'm terrified for her, because I'm just like, why would you invite this man into a room knowing that you might have some stuff that he would look for and be like, okay, that's you, I knew it. I'm so scared because, oh wait, is that a spoiler? I don't want to. Okay, let me just say that one thing, right? So she's trying to get information out of him. So she's giving him some wine with, like, obviously the wine is like, there's magic in the wine or whatever, to like tell her the truth. So like, it's a truth teller wine type of thing. And so she's telling him like, here, here's some wine, here you go. And he's like, no, I don't drink. So she puts the wine down, and she puts like the glass she was giving him down. He literally says something wrong with that one, and then she's like, what? He's like, the wine you offered me, after I refused it, you set it down and took the other. It's like, did I? And then he says, you wouldn't be trying to drug me, would you? And then she's like, oh God, he knows. And so she has to take a sip from that wine and drink the wine that is drugged up with the truth serums. So right now I'm nervous, because I'm just like, is she gonna tell him some things? Is she going to tell him some things? So I made it to chapter 22. I started listening to it on Spotify while I was making dinner. Thankfully, I still have hours left on Spotify, so I started listening to it. And now I just want to read some more before I go to bed, because I can't. I'm loving this. I really am enjoying it. I'm having the most fun time, and I just want to just sit here and just finish it in just one night. But I just want to say, there's a character in here that I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel towards him. Like, he has yet to give me a reason why I shouldn't trust him. I just don't trust him. If there's anything I learned in fantasy, is that I should never trust someone that seems too good to be true. And he seems too good to be true. He's like Rune's oldest friend. When he found out he was a witch, he didn't report her, even though he had every reason to. But at the same time, she also said he did something to another witch. So now I'm like, I feel like you're just waiting for the right opportunities for you to do that, right? I just feel like you are. But then at the same time, sometimes I'm like, it seems like he really loves Rune. But at the same time, I'm like, it just feels like you just waiting for the perfect opportunities to like turn her in and like become evil or something. So now I'm like, I don't know who to trust. But I just want to say, I'm enjoying it. I'm really loving it. It's fun. It's nice. It's really fast. I feel like the pacing is just quite fast, and I love it. I love it because we all know what happened with the last book. It was too long. So now I'm like, well, I'm sitting here listening to the audiobook, and I thought like we were just like in chapter 15 or something. And then when it's at chapter 22, I was like, oh, I'm further in than I thought. So now I'm going to sit here and read more. And if you can hear anything in the background, my husband is currently watching football. So I'm sorry if you heard all of the noise and all that. But I'm currently in chapter 22. I'm just gonna sit here and read more. That's a very interesting angle, but I'm kind of just like too comfortable to move. But I was just reading this and I was just like, it's hard not to feel sympathy towards our MMC, because the more you read the book, the more you find out there's more like complex things that happen to him and why he is the way that he is. And did I just say, is that a spoiler? Can I just say something? He made her a dress. He made her a dress. And when this whole thing was happening, she had to like get undressed for him to like check her measurement. When I tell you, I was literally sitting here like, this is perfect. This is literally perfect. I just can't get it out of my head, because like I'm just picturing everything and I'm like, I can't get this scene out of my head. But then he kind of like opened up to her a little bit while like he was taking her measurement, like he opened up to her. And now I'm just like, oh my god. But then now he lied to her to see if she was going to do something. He lied to her, and the lie that he told her, she actually fell for it, and now she's trapped somewhere. So now I'm just like, oh my god. But then when you read more, you realize why he is the way that he is, because he does things that just makes you like want to hurt him and like wants to hate him, because you like obviously like you're rooting for our female character. But then like when you read his character and you get to know more about him, you like, something happened, there's something deeper there. And I don't know. I feel like I'm going in circles because I'm not trying to spoil it, but like I don't know. This is like one of the moments where I wish we had like a book club, because we'll be talking about this right now and because we'll know what we're talking about. But we don't have a book club yet, so I can't say anything. But my god, I really want to do a spoiler reading vlog. Let me know if you love that. I actually really want to do a spoiler reading vlog, because sometimes I'm just like, I just want to spoil the book. I just want to say a lot of things and I can't say it. But I don't know, I'm really feeling Gideon. I feel bad for him, because like there are a lot of things that he would say that I'm like, oh my god, that's actually really sad. And I just know there's more to him. There's like a lot of things to him that like we have yet to find out. So I don't know, but there's also a lot of things that makes me want to just like ruin, because of like her family and her grandma and all of that. I don't know, I can't say too much, but I'm just really having the best time. I'm just going to sit here and read it on my phone, because my Kindle's in the living room. I don't want to go get it. My husband is watching the football. I don't want to call him and like make him miss something. So I'm just here reading it on my little phone. I have my Kindle. I feel like we're on like a FaceTime call with the single. Hi, how was your day? I feel like we are. We have less than 100 pages left. I'm in chapter 66. The last chapter I just read was a little bit insane. It was a little bit crazy. So I just know some other twist is going to happen, because the last chapter I just read, I was just like, wait, I know it was coming, but I just wasn't ready for it. Something absolutely happened to a girl. Something happened to her. So now I'm just waiting and I want to see what's going to happen. I mean, it's the first book of the series, so I'm expecting something crazy at the end of this. I just don't know if I'm ready to see what's going to happen. But I am in chapter 66. Yeah, enjoyed it, still very much liking it. I'm kind of sad that it's over, but I'm happy to read the rest of the series. I'm really happy that I picked this up. I'm really happy I did this video. What I learned throughout this whole entire week is just like, I should have been stepped out of my comfort zone, because my comfort zone is romance and I just always sit there. But this is romantasy and I'm enjoying the fantasy part of it and the romance part of it. But the last book was just like strictly mystery and it had me at the edge of my seat. I just really truly enjoy my reading this week. But I know there's going to be a little twist and turn in this book, so I thought we should just finish it together. But less than 100 pages. Less than 100 pages. Oh, I don't know why I'm nervous. I am a little bit. Okay, Hi, so it's been I think an hour now since I finished it, but I was just taking my time and sit on my final thoughts and see what I wanted to rate this. I don't think I have anything bad to say about this. I just loved it. I loved it. I love the characters. I love the plot. I loved how it left me wanted more. Like I am 100% going to read the second one when it comes out. I feel like it hasn't come out yet, but I'm just going to read it. I literally had such a nice time reading this whole entire week, but I had a nice time reading this book. I don't have anything to say. First, I think I've said everything that I wanted to say in the week while I was reading it. The ending honestly broke my heart. There was one character, if you know, you know. I was like, I knew something had to happen to a character in here in order for us to have the romance between her and Gideon, but I just didn't expect. Can you hear my neighbor's kids playing outside? But I just didn't expect what happened to happen, and now I'm just like shocked and I have to read it. And the ending, the like cliffhanger that it left us on, I'm like, I have to definitely read it. I have to read it, but I don't know. Like, you would think in 1 hour I would know whether or not I wanted to give this a 5-star. I feel like I love it, but it's not a 5-star. It's like for sure one of my higher 4-star or something like that, because it didn't give me like the 5-star feeling, you know. Even though I love it, there's nothing I wouldn't change. It's just like the sparkly, like crazy little feelings that you get in a book. I got that, but not as strong as like a 5-star feeling. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I still very much enjoyed this. I enjoyed this whole week. A little recap. We read Where Sleeping Girls Lie. This was a 4.5. I loved it. I feel like it was a tad too long, but I love this one. I really love this week. I love this week because both of these books, I'm like, oh my god, I enjoyed it. Even though it's like 2 books, but quality over quantity always. This was a 4.5. I loved it. I love the twist. I love how he had me at the edge of my seat guessing absolutely completely everything, trying to like crack the Morse code that was in here and not getting not one word right. I just truly love this. The ending, the twist and turn, how everything comes together. I truly love this book so much. I'm going to think about it for a very long time. Heartless Hunter, and I have no words. I love it. I truly love it. I can't wait to read the second one. Yeah, and it's crazy because it's a YA fantasy and I love it as much as I do. But that is all for this video. I'll see you guys next time. God bless you, stay blessed, and take care of yourself. Drink plenty of water. But bye.